Hello, Louisa Jewell here with your weekly juice, and I'm joined today by my little friend Chloe, who's just spent the evening with me. Now, the other day I was talking to my daughter, and she said something. She reminded me about something that happened to our family. It's still actually happening to my family. That is a huge injustice. I'm very angry about it. My family is angry about it. It's just a really, really awful thing that's happening to us right now. And so when she brought it up, it's a real trigger for me. So I had to think about how I was going to manage my emotions and how I was going to deal with it. But what I realized in that moment is that I have not forgiven these people. Now, forgiveness can be huge for allowing you to separate out the events from the emotions that you feel. Forgiveness is not about condoning the behavior, and forgiveness is certainly not about stopping to take action against people who are abusing you. So, because sometimes people can say, oh, I forgive and let it go, and they let the abuser continue to abuse them. And that is not going to make you happier or contribute to your well-being or make your life better. But forgiveness, when you can learn how to separate out the injustice that happened to you from the emotional triggers, that can be very, very powerful. So I created a course on how to actually silence that inner critic, how to stop the ruminations. That is when something happens and you think about it over and over and over again. And before I designed that course, I actually asked a whole ton of people about rumination and why they ruminate. And one of the number one reasons was an injustice had happened. It was an injustice that they were ruminating about. An ex cheated on them, or an ex left them, or there was a bitter divorce, or a family member did something that really hurt them, or it was a crime that had taken place. And these injustices can really, really take up a lot of mind space, especially when we ruminate over them and never take action. Sometimes there's no action to be taken. We're just angry that somebody could have treated us so poorly and just left us like that. So I teach in my course, I teach about forgiveness. I realize that people actually need help being able to separate out those feelings, those emotions, those emotional triggers from what happened to them. And they need support while they do that. But the first step to forgiving is deciding you're going to forgive. So when I had this trigger come up and I realized, oh my gosh, this trigger is here because I haven't forgiven these people. It made me think that maybe it's time that I forgive. I can still take action and do what needs to happen for things to be right again. But I don't have to carry the emotional burden with me. And forgiveness allows me to do that. So the first step, decide that you want to forgive. And again, that's not deciding that you're going to condone the behavior or what they did is right. Just decide that you are going to take that first step to remove that emotional trigger, to get rid of those emotions associated with that injustice. And I'd love to support you on your journey as you continue on that forgiveness journey. So I hope that's helpful on forgiveness, and I'm going to be sending out more information when my course is going to launch. And I want to really help you to silence that inner critic and stop ruminating, because when you stop ruminating, I'm telling you, it is a freedom. All right, so signing off from both me and Chloe today. I hope that you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.